What's up, soccer fans, and welcome to a very special unboxing here at soccerpro.com. They say that embracing innovation and change is the sign of a true leader in their field, and with the new Nike Superfly 5 from Nike, that has never been more clear. But you know, before we get to the meat of these cleats, we gotta give credit to the extras. The string bag is a gorgeous Volt color that has a nice black gradient pattern reflective of the style on the upper of these new Superflies. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time for the new Superfly 5 in Total Crimson, Volt, Black, and Pink Blast. Well, let's start from the top and work our way down, which works out since most of the new tech is hidden in the undercarriage. First impressions are that the upper is bright, very bright. The photos coming out of the Nike camp are a little oversaturated, which tends to happen with fluorescent materials. The crimson comes off as more orange in real life, and the pink is pretty close, but just a little less saturated than the colors give. Blended with that color, you will find a very nice pattern that is actually a texture you can feel that Nike is calling Flyknit Speed Rib 3D. The new haircut is all about control. And some looks. The new texture is said to help aid in control at high speeds by giving better grip during lateral motion of the foot while on the ball. Another nice change comes around back on the heel. We still see that same seam running along the tendon on your heel, but they have done some clever taping of the seam and removed some of it from the outside. I would imagine that this will make it softer and more flexible, as the previous version had issues with rubbing and chafing. All of this is wrapped in Nike's ACC technology to keep you playing in any weather conditions. But time will tell if any of these changes have made a huge impact, and we definitely want to know your feedback, so keep that conversation going in the comments down below. Alright, on to the bottom, which has seen a complete overhaul. Gone are the days of carbon fiber and more blades than a chef's kitchen. Locking themselves away in the lab, Nike have modeled this plate more like the Hypervenom, like a real human foot. You instantly notice that split toe and the crazy amount of curves. This is to better help the shoe mold to your foot because human feet are not flat, and likewise, the sole plate shouldn't be either. The plate has been cut down by 40% on weight than the previous version, which adds to the overall lightness of this cleat. The studs have had a ton of R&D put into them so that Nike could really hone in on what a speed player wants and needs out of their boot. What we have here is a completely new design and stud layout that is said to really help with braking as opposed to outright speed. The studs in each area do different jobs. Up front, the studs are built for pure speed, but as we continue back, we find more angles and variation on shape, which help turning and changing direction, and the heel is the exact same story. Now, as far as how they feel, well, extremely lightweight is the first thing you notice slipping into these. Oddly, the stud pattern is really good for being brand new. There's no weird pressure, and aside from being a little bit skinny for my wide foot, they're really comfortable. Overall, this is a fantastic update to the Superfly, and Nike has shown that they continue to kill it when it comes to new technology in the boot world. But what do you think of these cleats and the new haircut? What colors would you like to see with that new design? Maybe in all black with some Volt accents? Let us know down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, leave us some love. We'll catch you next time, soccer fans.